All right, guys, Jeff Scalfani here. Just letting you know that Pastor Jim won't be with us today. He's been distracted by many, many things through this holiday season, and I thought being the new year he might be available, but obviously not. So I figured instead of missing another week of eye to eye, I would discuss a few things. One of your emails was the mythical creatures. It was the unicorn and it was the dinosaur in the Bible. So there's mention in the King James version of unicorn. There's mention in it, I think all the versions of a behemoth, which is a dinosaur in the, or well, could be. We truly think it was mention of a dinosaur in the Bible, but we can't positively ask that we get to heaven and ask God if that was true. So let me tell you about the unicorn real quick. I want to read this excerpt that I copied out. The very first edition of Noah's Webster's Dictionary in 1828 lists unicorn with the following definition: an animal with one horn, the monoceros. The name is often applied to the rhinoceros. Notice that this definition says absolutely nothing about a horse or a horse-like animal or some winged creature or anything. It just simply states one horn, and that was referring to the rhinoceros. So that was according to the Webster's Dictionary of 1828. So the other part of that question is, so you could probably say that rhinoceroses are really the unicorns that King James was mentioning about. They were one-horned creatures, all right? If you guys know anything else in addition to that, I'd love to hear about it. But moving on to the behemoth, I noticed that it was kind of interesting because I've read this before, but I never really thought it was dinosaurs till somebody explained it to me that was dinosaurs. It says in Job 40:15 through 24, he speaks of a behemoth. No one's really sure what it is, but the description is this: look now at the behemoth which I made along with you. He eats grass like an ox, which there were a lot of, what do I say? Dinosaurs that didn't eat meat. They would just eat the plants, the trees, and all that. See now his strength in his hips and his power in his stomach muscles. I'm thinking like a Tyrannosaurus. He moves his tail like a cedar. That's huge. I don't know if you know what a cedar is, but in Lebanon, the cedar trees were like some of the biggest ones, like you would see in national parks. The sinews of his thighs are tightly knit. His bones are like the beams of bronze, his ribs like bars of iron. He's the first. He's the first of the ways of God. Only he who made him can bring near his sword. Yet, like humans couldn't battle him or kill him or anything. But that's basically the description. He lies under the lotus trees in a covert of reed and marsh. The lotus trees cover him with their shade. The willows by the brick surrounding him. It's huge. So anyway, bottom line is the dinosaurs, that description, I mean, having a tail that big would probably be a dinosaur. So we don't know for a fact, but that is where the mention of dinosaurs in the Bible occurs. And that's in the book of Job. If you know any other places, please let me know. But accordingly to, I mean, we have the bones, we've seen it. So we have the fossils, we've seen that dinosaurs do exist. We've rebuilt the bones. Who's to say that back in Adam's time, he lived like 900 years or something crazy, or was that Methuselah? But anyway, they were living a long time. So any time in that period could have been the dinosaur age, in addition to them existing in the Bible. So there you go. If you have any other questions, that's regarding some of the unicorn and dinosaur. So why were those mentioned in the Bible? I'm not sure. Just I guess what they called them back then. So anyway, they were behemoths back then. So write me if you have any other questions, or you want me to research anything for you, or you want me to translate anything for you, or whatever, and we'll look into it and we'll get you your answers. If I don't have the answers, I'll go find somebody that does. All right. And I'll make sure that it's somebody legitimate who knows what they're talking about. So anyway, you guys take care. I love you, and I will see you on the next Eye to Eye.